is to put Ghana first. It is to be patriotic. It is to be nationalistic. And it is to eschew parochial partisan interests. This is not about an NDC NPP matter. If we have a good road, I don't think that the road will tell you, or you are going to say, because I wasn't part of the government that built this road, I'm not going to use it. If we have good hospitals, I'm not sure it is going to be the benefit of one particular area. The cancerous nature of youth unemployment is creeping in thick and fast. The repercussions of not solving that will come to hands not only one political class, but all. So we don't have any excuse. Look, we live in the Upper East. You are my neighbor, I am your neighbor, you are my brother, my auntie. We are related. We are defined even by our geographical, space. And based on that, we share a lot in common. You and I, let us step outside the region. We call ourselves brothers. So on what basis will we be thinking about how can we get this region function effectually for the proper development of the area and the benefit of the people, and you want to make it political? It doesn't help. The political class of a certain regime might be the one introducing it, might be the one leading it, but we have to eschew partisanship. So the framers or the proponents of this idea must also find a way to navigate that system, making it more a situation where traditional people, normal citizens, and parties across the aisle are able to make contributions. If we do that, it means that any party that comes to power will have a framework to look up to. Any party that comes to power, the citizens will tell you, you remember we had this plan. A has been achieved, B hasn't been achieved. What are you doing to help us achieve B? That should be the yardstick. Politicizing it will not take us anywhere.
This might not be the first time we probably would have had this done, but this is maybe the first time we are having it done on a large scale. How do we ensure that the proposal for a 10-year development plan is stuck to, irrespective of whoever becomes a regional minister, whoever becomes a district chief executive, whoever becomes a regional coordinating council? How do we ensure that the document doesn't end its life standing on the shelves collecting dust?
I think the proponents of this idea might have thought that. Why am I saying so? Because to put it at a 10-year development, as a 10-year development idea or a plan, for me, talks about the fact that they look at it transcending, political, terms. So, for instance, the Mahama government will end in 2028. There will be a new government, whether it is NDC or NPP. So even if they have the normal 8-year cycle, certainly will end while this particular idea still have a lifespan within the 10 years they are covering it for. So it tells you that they envisage that. Now, what is that you need to get everybody's input. If I have an input in there, even though I am MPP, if a CPP person has an input there, if a chief has an input there, if the student has an input there, if civil service has an input there, they will be the protectors of that idea. In development, we make a case that if you are fashioning out an idea, let it be not be a passive participation, but let it be what we development people call it empowered participation. Empowered participation here simply means that the people are the ones giving you the prognosis, giving you what the idea should be, how it should be achieved, and the people themselves become the safeguards or the vanguards of making sure that they hold leadership accountable to making that particular policy. And when the policy is implemented, they'll be the ones to secure it. So let me give you an example. In Zambia, I think in one of the East African countries, what happened was that there was women were going at a far distance to fetch water. And so this NGO in the community felt that is too much. You walk about 2 kilometers to fetch water. But in the African situation, we are a patrilineal society largely. And so the women are so dominated over that they are not able to discuss issues among themselves. Do you know how my husband is treating me? This is what is happening. Do you know what is it? They are not able to take decisions. So when they get to go and fetch water, that distance they walk, they are able to mingle, they are able to discuss things together and all of that. Now, in the NGO taking the decision to build the borehole for them, they thought that this was a plausible idea. They didn't even need the people to, they would just buy it. It's a brilliant idea. The people would just like it. They build a borehole. The women will come and pass that closer by a borehole and go to the far distance until a research revealed that the women needed that space. So in development, if you involve each and every stakeholder and make them active ingredients into the process, they become very vibrant and they are vanguards of that particular idea. They will protect it with their lives, they will protect it with all their effort, and that normally leads to a very high success rate in the implementation.
Andrew, we are very grateful for your time. We'll keep you, engaging on this particular subject matter as it unveils itself. Great. So that was Andrew sharing his opinion and a subject that is of interest to him, and he commends the decision by the proponents of this this policy, and he's expecting that it will grow beyond being just a document that would sit on the shelves. Good morning. Your name and where you're calling us from, please.
Good morning, Jaluna. How are you?
I'm doing very well. This is Gerard.
Gerard, this is Babs.
Babs, join the conversation.
Good morning to your guest.
Great.
I listen to him and I enjoy every bit of his submission. But the moment I heard the new politician, I want him to be the arrowhead.
Right.
For this Constitutional Review Commission that is in place. Because the politicians, as cunning as they are, I did not start this, I will not continue it. Elections, this is my stronghold, this is not my stronghold. I will not give you the vote when you did not vote for me. So the voting of one region to win in an election, the fear is that you have to take at least half of Ghana, like the Electoral College. So that it will be on you. You can. When I voted for you, I did not vote for you. You give me development. And you bring development because you want to vote for me. When that thing comes, then you did not vote for me, I will give you development. No, it will be a thing of the past. This is just a short thing that I would like them. Even when they go, when that day comes and they go, they should force. Because we have suffered a lot. Because you did not vote for, I will give you development and nothing will come. Only rhetoric. And you come and be and that ends it.
Right.
So this is just my political submission.
Thank you very much, Babs.
Electoral college should be implemented in our constitution. You must take half of Ghana before you become a president in order to send development to any part of the country.
Right.
Why should NPP have 47 MPs in Ashanti, whereas they will not give development? NDC, we have 50 MPs here, we lack. Then yes, NPP, we ask them they say we did not give them votes.
Thank you very much, Babs. But I think the conversation was on the development of the Upper East region, a framework that is going to be developed for the Upper East region. And so if you are listening to me, and this is the announcement, the program is going to take place at the Desert Pastures Auditorium here in Bolgatanga. And it's going to be from June 29th to July 1st, 2026. It's known as the Pearl Framework. And the Pearl Framework is a 10-year development framework. Pearl means prosperity through enterprise, agriculture, resilience, and livelihoods. And this is because we want a framework that would speak to the narrative of the Upper East development. And so if you're someone who is passionate about the development of the Upper East region, you can join industry players, policymakers, development partners, investors, and innovators who are all passionate about the Upper East region as the RCC leads to unveil a 10-year development framework which is designed to unblock billions in investment opportunities, create sustainable jobs, transform agriculture, strengthen local industries, and improve livelihoods across all 15 districts of the Upper East region. So note that it's not limited to a particular district, but it is for all the 15 districts. So if you come there, don't just come there to be a passive participant. There are going to be a forum where there will be discussion, where we would invite the contribution from stakeholders to add on to make it a working document. So as you come there, do your research well, come and make constructive inputs into the discussion. This forum is under the auspices of the RCC, members of parliament for the Upper East region, and then the Importers and Exporters Association of Ghana. This morning we spoke to the AGI, the Association of Ghana Industries, who expressed their desire to be part of this entire program and encouraging the people to also be participants of it. We want a framework that would outlive any political party, that would outlive any regional minister, that would outlive any district chief executive. We want a framework that would speak to the need for development in the Upper East region and how we can take that tangent so that we can have a regionally balanced, developed landscape. Nelson, do you have any take on this entire discussion? Right. We're talking about the Pearl framework, which is a very laudable framework acknowledged by anyone that hears it. What is your input on this, and how can we make it a document that would outlive anyone's tenure in office?
So that's what we talk about is institutionalizing it. We have to make sure that it is not politicized, such that when another regional minister comes and thinks that, okay, I have different priorities, I don't believe in what the previous regional minister believes in, I don't work with this document. It has to be something that aligns with national development and policy. So we have to work towards, making sure that this document is something that the next regional minister that comes, the document will be handed over to that regional minister. Okay, so this is how we want the region to go. Work with it. Wherever you reach, the next person that is coming after you, you hand over the document to the person. And I'm happy that they intend inviting the President of the Republic of Ghana to join some of their, so that he's brought up to speed regards to everything that's.
Thank you very much. We'll be back to continue this particular conversation, but we have an interview with Dizendorf Ghana Limited. It is a conversation you should be interested in. So just hold on, and we'll be back to continue this discussion with them.
Dizendorf Ghana Limited, distributors of insecticides such as Golon, which is now called Herculus, Protect, now Tautec, Mectin, now Mensa, this Pariphos Plus, and this Lambda Plus kills all insects in all stages in your farm. Vegetables, grains, cereals, cocoa, and coffee. They also have fertilizers like Tecamin, flour, that improves flowering, better fruit settings, increased fertility, and reduces flower abortion. Polyfit 19, water-soluble fertilizer which supports all in stages in plant development. Talking of multi-K is water-soluble knock fertilizer for quality crops. Hypha Bonus is also water-soluble NPK fertilizer for quality crops. They are good for crops such as vegetables, cocoa, citrus, dextrose, cereals, grains, cocoa, etc. Talking of herbicides, we have the Army 24D, Arrow, Brazil, Glyphosate, etc. This knocks out stubborn broadleaf weeds, reduces weed competition, and improves crops such as rice, maize, millet, etc. They also protect the crops. Talking about their fungicides, they have Victory and Vega for control of soil diseases among tomatoes and other vegetables. Orthodotop, now Azoxy Plus, also good for controlling diseases in vegetables. Shori for disease control in vegetable and others. They also do open vented greenhouse and others. We also have the seeds like pepper VS1414F1, tomatoes VST1001F1, okra Kijani, and sweet pepper Kengele F1. For enquiries and bulk purchases, contact 0577 679780 or 0531 029 942. Available in all agrochemical shops nationwide. Dizengoff Ghana Limited, the farmer's friend.
Welcome back. That was a commercial for Dizengoff Ghana Limited. And I'll be speaking to the Northern Zonal Manager of Dizengoff Ghana, Albert Kumi Cherme, to talk to us about what their product is about and how we can easily get their products in the market. Good morning, sir. We appreciate you taking time to speak to us this morning.
Good morning. It's a pleasure to be on your dial this morning.
Great. Let's talk about Dizengoff Ghana Limited. What is it? What are you into?
All right. Thank you once again for the opportunity, and a very good morning to your listeners as well. Dizengoff Ghana, I believe, has become a household name in the area of agricultural production. So, right from chemicals to fertilizers to seeds. One other interesting aspect that people don't talk about too much is shade nets and greenhouses. So it's also one area that we are very much into. I believe I can boldly say we are the pioneers of this greenhouse and then shade net business in Ghana. And our latest introduction has to do with our seed portfolio, which has been beefed up. In my previous interview, we talked extensively about it. And currently it's still on course. And people are really calling in, asking about the seeds. Thanks partly to our able dealers and A1 Radio, partners like A1 Radio, and our field promoters who are on the grounds to make this happen. So, in brief, that is what we are about.
How is the market for vegetable seeds farming here in Ghana and ever since our last conversation?
Oh, yes. It's been very good. We've made very significant strides, like I mentioned earlier on. There's been, significant increase in the number of seeds being requested, and we keep getting calls from our dealers to rebuff their stocks. So, like I earlier mentioned, it's partly thanks to partners like A1 Radio and our dealers as well. So, we're making very significant strides, and we hope to keep so.
Are there some new additions you've made to your chemical portfolio?
Yes. Currently, we have Omega, which is our latest introduction. Omega is a combination of imamectin and acetamiprid. I believe this combination is not new to the bulk market. Other competitors also have similar formulations. But we have really increased our dosages, and with the field trials we've made, the efficacy is 100% assured. So very soon it will be at the retail point. You could find them with Petersgo Agro, Aboni Agro, Simple Prince, JS Farms, New Vine Enterprise, which are all in Bolga. And then in Nabrongo as well, you could find us with Abuagu Ventures. We are with Farmer's Friend, Asakeboba Enterprise, and Maxwell. And then in Paga as well, you could find our products with Adete Lily Enterprise. So when you go and then you hear of Omega, I've already made mention of it. It's a new introduction we've made. And Dizengoff, we wouldn't compromise on quality. So farmers should be rest assured we are going to send them nothing but the very best.
Earlier on in your introduction, you made mention of something known as shade net and the greenhouse business. Could you enlighten my listeners on this particular thing?
All right. So this whole idea of greenhouses, we are trying to promote cultivation in controlled environments. So with a greenhouse, you have your edifice. So the structure comes with a metal frame with a waterproof covering and then anti-insect net covering for the peripherals. So the whole idea is you wouldn't allow insects to enter the edifice just to destroy the plants, because one um, downside to open field has to do with insect and pest destruction, which can cause up to 90% losses. So if you are cultivating in controlled environments like the greenhouse, you wouldn't allow the insects to get in, and then you are also controlling the water availability to the plants as well. So even in the dry season, you can still produce. So the idea is producing all year round. We wouldn't want to limit production to only the small farming window that we have. So that is the whole idea about greenhouses. And then with the shade nets, some people design, what do you call it, net houses for nurseries. So I believe it's a very common practice. People already know in Bolga and exactly. So if you are interested in the net houses, you have to buy the rules of the shade nets. They are 4x100 and 8x100, both in 60 and then 50% shade, depending on what you're doing. So this is out there on the market to farmers, and not farmers, investors, anybody who is interested in cultivating all year round can come on our premise and involve them.
Right. Are there some collaborations that are being done with New Vine farmer networks to enhance farmer engagements?
Yes. So as part of our efforts to reach out to farmers in very remote areas, we have partnered with New Vine Farmers Network. Madam Francisca is the leader and then the CEO of the whole business. So it has allowed us a platform to reach out to farmers. Last week I was in Harlem and Bay. Forgive me if I didn't get the pronunciation right. To engage in farmer, outreaches. So we educate the farmers on safe farming practices, how to go about disease and pest control, and sometimes we even help with market linkages as well, because we deal on a large scale with a lot of people in the agribusiness space, including marketing. So New Vine has given us this platform, and we are very much grateful to them. God willing, next 2 weeks I'll be in Bolga, and then I'm sure maybe by then we'll be having another interview like this, and then I'll just put the areas I'll be on air so that anyone across can just come around and then see for yourselves the chemicals that we're talking about. You have a close hand look at it, and then any questions you have, just go ahead and ask us. So that's the whole thing.
Right. So before, what makes your product a unique product from others on the market?
All right. So like I earlier mentioned, Dizengoff is all about giving quality products. We wouldn't compromise on quality. And I believe it's one challenge in this space right now where people rather would want to go for the cheap, affordable ones, but they end up paying double for such products because the efficacy is quite low. So we would strike a very good bargain between giving you quality and then giving you good prices. So Dizengoff is about quality. Dizengoff is about bringing the products to the farmers. Dizengoff wants to be part of the story. So we wouldn't just sell you anything. We just want to be part of the story. Just like I mentioned with the partnerships we're having with New Vine. We are on the ground, right, to build the whole thing right from ground up until harvest. So that is what we have.
Could you once again just mention some of your partners you work with locally, distributors and chemical shops you can get your products from?
Yes. So you can find our products currently with Pitasco Agro, Apowini Agro, New Vine Enterprise, Simple Prince Agro. That is in Bolga.
Okay.
And then in Navrongo, you could find us with Abuago Ventures, Farmers Friend, Asekeboa Enterprise, Maxwell Enterprise, and then in Paga, you could find our products with Ateteli Enterprise. In Sandema and East Enclaves, you could find us with Vision One Happy Farmers, and then Frank Agro as well. So that is it about our dealers.
We are very grateful for speaking to us this morning, and we're hoping that we'll have subsequent conversations. And when next you are in the region, just let us know so that we can be part of your engagement with farmers.
Definitely. It's been a pleasure to continue this morning.
Great.
Thank you.
So my guest on phone was Albert Kumi Cherme. He is the Northern Zonal Regional Manager for Dizengoff Ghana Limited, speaking to us on why you must opt for their products and how they operate within the market here in the Upper East region. And so the conversation is all about business, it's all about exports, it's all about what you can do. And so we want to further engagements around the Ghana Export Promotion Authority. They are in the Upper East region. But do you know what they do? Well, don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this quick break to have the discussion with the regional manager for the Ghana Exports Promotions Authority right after this break.
Dizengoff Ghana Limited, distributors of insecticides such as Golon, which is now called Hercules, Protect, now Tautec, Mectin, now Mensa, Dispariforce Plus, and Dis Lambda Plus, kills all insects in all stages in your farm, vegetables, grains, cereals, cocoa, and coffee. They also have fertilizers like Tecamin, flour, that improves flowering, better fruit settings, increased fertility, and reduces flower abortion. Polyfit 1919, water-soluble fertilizer which supports all in stages in plant development. Talking of multi-K is water-soluble knock fertilizer for quality crops. Haifa Bonus is also water-soluble NPK fertilizer for quality crops. They are good for crops such as vegetables, cocoa, citrus, cereals, grains, cocoa, etc. Talking of herbicides, we have the Army 24D, Arrow, Brazil, Glyphosate, etc. This knocks out stubborn broadleaf weeds, reduces weed competition, and improves crops such as rice, maize, millet, etc. They also protect the crops. Talking about their fungicides, they have Victory and Vega for control of soil diseases among tomatoes and other vegetables. Orthodotop, now Azoxy Plus, also good for controlling diseases in vegetables. Shori for disease control in vegetable and others. They also do open vented greenhouse and others. We also have the seeds like pepper VS1414F1, tomatoes VST1001 F1, okra Kijani, and sweet pepper Kengele F1. For enquiries and bulk purchases, contact 0577 679780 or 0531 029 942. Available in all agrochemical shop nationwide. Dizengoff Ghana Limited, the farmer's friend.
We are young entrepreneurs. We're vibrant and we make the trends. When we run sales promos, it literally sells out because we know what's hot and what's not. So when it comes to business, let's show you how we clock it with Telecel Boss Plan.
Telecel Boss Plan is here for young entrepreneurs, CEOs, and bosses like you. Whether you're building your hustle or running the whole show, Telecel Boss Plan gives you everything you need to stay on top. Digital marketing tool for your SMS campaigns, data for days, and all the vibes to keep your business tight. Simply dial *5959# or *700# to choose your Telecel Boss Plan package and grow your business like a boss.
Telecel, connecting energies.
When the bills are mega.
When the plans are mega.
When the pressure is mega.
When the need is mega.
Then you need a mega answer. That answer is Societe Generale Ghana's Mega Loan. Societe Generale Ghana's Mega Loans promo is available to new and existing salaried workers, existing loan subscribers, including top-up customers and pensioners. Get support for personal needs, family priorities, school fees, home improvement, business support, and more. Enjoy big loans, low rates with a quick and straightforward process designed to help you move without delay. Visit any Societe Generale Ghana branch today or call 030-2214-314. Societe Generale Ghana. The future is you.
Na
Nanti musta bia aba foforo no ana. Na wo nanti ana wache usisi wo sugar.
Se wonnim yare ne nam me nipadua mu a enka wie wonya me wuro fokora.
Oh, sorry. Ya ready en fancy nipa.
Minim ene tie me yare ankasa. Kakra na nansi ache me. Me chinka sei ase mubu.
Ade woni Lawson herbal mixture e wo fie.
Lawson herbal mixture. Ene wadwuma ye pa. If we say se me malaria ne kan ne ho a.
Achinje sei na Lawson herbal mixture so edisun kunim no. Honam ya pa. Wo bo no bia wo mmia no kora wonte hwe enso akire no. Na ye no ya afe malaria koko afitikromu amane hunu. Wo poso ta ye wo ya. Ade en.
Eya na mentiri mu ta hwe me pa na ase de emikoto dwan hunu bisa.
Me so de bancha bobo ngumu a. Lawson herbal mixture ebetine tama ho atokora.
Ene se Lawson herbal mixture ma me hoto me dia. Me da wase na we no enye sika na me de da wase.
Oh, that is in kind.
No.
Ha, what you bring ya? Me ko pedia process ya. Our pharmacy chemical na herbal shop bia be me. Oman phone 020 267 5778 and then 0242 133 577. Lawson herbal mixture there. Ho na ase e in kind.
Who dey brush? We dey brush. Who dey brush? We dey brush. Brush your teeth, brush your teeth every day and night. Fly the gems and tackle them, rise the gems away. England gems, go brush them, go Asia gems, go brush them, Panama gems, go brush them, Figo.
Whatever the germs, brush them away with the new Pepsodent, now in limited edition World Cup packs. This advert is FDA approved.
101.1.
Okay.
Welcome back to the conversation segment. Pizza Man, Chicken Man has another irresistible offer for you this week. Imagine one pizza loaded with 3 different chicken toppings. Sounds amazing, right? Introducing the all-new Triple C pizza topped with chicken breast, chicken crunch, and chicken fillet, all on one crust and served with our special cocktail sauce. And here's the best part. You can get the Pizza Man, Chicken Man from all their sales points across the nation. Call 03027 53430, or you walk into any of their branch, or you order through the Chris B app. Pizza Man, Chicken Man, good food lives here. From growing businesses to completing that building project and supporting education or family, many Ghanaians are already doing mega things with the mega loans from SG Ghana. It's now your turn. With even lower, more competitive rates, achieving your dream is now possible. With SG Ghana's mega loans promo, salaried workers of SG Ghana, listed companies, pensioners, and eligible customers can access support for personal needs, family commitment, home projects, and more. There is still time from now till July 2026, the end of July 2026. Apply and enjoy big loans at small rates. Yes, very, very low rates, and a fast, hassle-free process that helps you to get moving sooner. Visit any SG Ghana branch near you or call 0302-214-314 for more details about SG Ghana's mega loans promo today. Remember, terms and conditions apply. Societe Generale, the future is you. Well, Seated with me in studio is the regional director for the Ghana Export Promotion Authority, Chris Amponsa Saki. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, my brother.
And thank you for joining us in studio today.
It's a pleasure.
Great. Let's talk about the Ghana Export Promotions Authority. Who are you people and what do you do?
So the Ghana Export, first of all, let me thank Almighty. Having how to
That's a wealth of knowledge. Great. So now you operate in the Upper East region.
Yes.
Just give us an understanding to your operationality, your mandate, what we need to know about your presence here in the Upper East region.
Okay, so the Ghana Export Promotion of us. Of all even for these moment we cross them into Upper East basket sector, basket force, that's in what's that? A lot of yeah, but to have the you come these are does that of them in terms of the development, whole lot of sure.
Right.
I believe that has
Very well. Very well. Talking about the traditional and non-traditional exports and then how they are faring in the revenue generation of the nation. Can you just walk us into how, especially now that non-traditional export commodities have come in, how are they faring and in the export?
so non-traditional has been doing quite used to be not much as the first was what government that's first. Ghana Export Promotion 50. We realized spending solely additional product get to adding talking about 50%. That means that we're going to show up when it comes. And so in the year 2024, generated, in fact, every year we generate what we annual. So 2024 had total non-transport figure $3.8 billion. 2025 ordered just looking at proof of amount. There's a lot that out of support. Ghana Export Commission in every patients is so we go through this, look at some those when we are telling those first, not the guy who with people that matter, those who are working, saying some of those are the people that.
While the exports, the revenues may be showing signs of an uplift, I believe you still have challenges getting people on board. Can you walk us through some of the challenges that you face in the discharge of your duty, especially coming into the Upper East region?
Yeah, okay, thank you very much for the challenges. A number of them. Talk about the first one, the issues of one thing about what is that just carry up, just dump them into just to say we need to make sure that product, if your product is gets to things over related to products, use product products that properly certified, products that are wholesome for human usage and all. Ghana here, we have the likes of Food and Drug Authority, have the likes of Ghana Star, you have the likes of the all issues that I've talked. When you move outside of Ghana, we have similar those patients. And so they would also do their necessary testing. That's sure that meets their standard, especially the challenges coming. Sometimes even in getting certifications and cost that goes into getting your product certified. Most of our business is over here because they are businesses. They are not able to raise the kind of things that would be required get very small, that's not even the bed as such a business register, get his body, that's quite. These are some of the impediments that come. If your product is not, you cannot enter very big challenge. But even today we are talking about
Continental free trade.
Even amongst ourselves, yeah, we still have those impediments. We still have those impediments. There's something that we look at even so creating them. Always had even getting it. Have been times that on writed for gotten to order others able to get them. We have to fit in it. So it's an issue. Whole lot of it. Secondly, we also have issues with raising of funds. Some of them do get orders from outside, and even when they realize that price that raise price and amount higher. All these.
In your operations, have you encountered challenges with con men, maybe swindlers, people who come in to deceive maybe small businesses that we can help you go around navigate the situation? Are there instances where you had to deal with some of those challenges?
Yes, we so I'll give you two examples.
Right.
So the first one has to play what's system. And so we have those who are so they are not produced. So people produce and they see export potentials in those products. They go to have them that look want to be maybe so this week. Go have all kinds of big blood. So the value chain has right sometimes. Again, we've had a situation as to where exporter exported the buyer over there received assignment all right, but sent videos, pictures to the seller. Products gone bad. And this seller also has been in the business. So he knew that it wasn't possible that the products
he
sent
sent
there
would just
go bad like that. So he contacted us after a while when of them seemed to what the situation all about. Then because we were very all our contacted patient, some investigations started with agencies. It only came up the buyer over there had gotten the pictures and the videos from previous, business that somebody even did some years back, which had nothing to do with the consignment that he had received. Sent the pictures and videos to this. So not knowing that the products he received, the consignment he received, he has sold them. Just didn't want to pay. Now, these businesses that are over here, some of them are not so big to be able to launch investigations at that scale. So the person couldn't have even traveled there to follow up and cost a lot of money. And so these are some. So we were able to get all these investigations were conducted. Came up that guy bought this seller over here, and that was how we were able to get him to pay all the money. So these are some of them. So we I'm sure maybe later we'll come there. We okay, so
that was actually the next question I was going to ask. So in line with all these challenges that we are facing, what are some of the strategies you put in place to keep your members informed and also to allay the fears of people who want to come on board?
Okay, so we have what we call the Ghana it's where we build the company. So we realize that people just comes to kind of this. That is not that get them to understand what is, because you see, if you don't understand, you may have you would not be able to area. You need to understand. So one of the things deal with issues of safety. You want to get your product. What are the all these? Then gain in contract buyers have course where we take them how to develop what are the very key issue that you the selected. And then we also recognize one of the reasons why some SMEs is what because they do not keep record. Take them through basic bookkeeping and all. Now another issue is that this export business. It is not only Ghana that is export. Every other country is export. So there's a lot of, and if there's a lot of competition, there should be a reason why your product will be preferred. Things that will make your product will be preferred has to do with pricing. So if your price is very high, all things, if the products are all very good products, one of the things that people would also want to again look at has to do with. So what goes into? So we take them through all those things. What are the bus drivers and all those things? To such that at the end of the day you will not, so that they will be pushed out. So we take them through all these, and then we also make sure that some basic documentations that they require even before they make sure that we all that. One of that, making sure we regulate. That's after that you have come to putting your business to have it, and also need to be able to engage with the Ghana National Police. You realize that most products take them to find made in Nigeria. There are a whole lot that patient or that made trade in any particular country. The Ghana National, they would help you determine whether the products fit here. Look at the that's used. Where did they go? So a product will be made here in Ghana. If most of the raw material, one cannot say that, so there are a whole lot here. Lot of things goes on. So these are some.
Right. So as you operate, your operational mandate is here in the Upper East region. You made mention about our basket weavers, and then the Upper East region is a growing market.
Exactly.
And I don't know if we may have people who can individually raise up to $5,000 or more for the export certification that you do. In this vein, how can the people of the region benefit from the services that you offer, so that they don't just deal with the local market, but they also get the opportunity of dealing with the international market?
So thank you very much once again. The Ghana Exports Commission plays coordination when it comes to activities within the sports system.
Right.
Coordination. So we bring on board the Food and Drugs Authority, we bring on board authority for PEA players. Okay, so one of the things we do is that we usually have GEA usually have some soft funds in the form of grants and all that. Okay, that they normally give to SMEs and all that. So one of the things we do is to be able to speak, to GEA to ensure that most of those grants go to some of our exporters and all that, because these are businesses that are already well established, and then they just need just a little bit of support to be able to scale up. Okay, and then again, once they scale up, it means that they are going to be able to employ a lot more people and all that, and that is what we are all looking out for, to reduce, unemployment, within the region, within the country, as a whole and all that. And so these are some of the things that we do. And then there are some international bodies that we also work very closely with. Some of them have, we have the likes of the ITC, International Trade Center, and all that. And some of these international bodies also, from time to time, will tell us that, okay, they have about 5 spots or 10 spots for businesses within a particular sector. Let's say the pharmaceuticals or the cosmetic sector, that we want to support them to be able to get certifications, to be able to enter the EU market and all that. And so we are able to strike such deals and all that. And then once we get that, we are able to get some of our exporters within that particular sector also take advantage of that. So there are a whole lot of programs like that also. Yes.
With your operations in the Upper East region, do you have people walking into your office to make enquiries, or do you usually just have to go to the field?
So we mostly go to the field, and we also get walk-in, so people who come to make enquiries and all that. But I must say that we have not announced our presence well enough in the region for people to know where our offices are even situated, and so it's one of the things that since I came here into the region, been trying very hard to ensure that a lot more people get to know Ghana Export Promotion Authority here in the region, there to support them, and if they have issues with export businesses, they could come to us. Again, those businesses with products that have export potentials, we encourage them to visit us office, and then because of the role that we play, we have attended a lot of fairs across the globe, and so when we see products that have export potentials, products that can do very well, on the global market, we can tell. So we are able to advise them how they need to tweak their products here and there, get qualified. You know, one of the things that have come up very strongly has to do with issue packaging and labeling. You travel outside the country and sometimes you see products that they are not so good, but the packaging is so attractive that the moment you see them on the shelves,
you are tempted to pick.
Yeah, you just get closer to them and then you pick them. It is only after you have purchased them, taking them home, opening them, and realize that, oh, not knowing that this product is really nothing. It's so attractive. You know, so that is one thing that we are lacking here in Ghana. And we have started some very aggressive, work as that is. Sometimes you'll find exporters who are targeting, English-speaking countries, French-speaking countries, and all that. Then you find out that they are labeling. They only have maybe English. Meanwhile, you want to go do business in a French-speaking country. How do you get your labeling done in English when you want to penetrate French-speaking country? You get me? So all these are things that you have to be very deliberate about them, to tell them, to teach them that you don't do things that way. Sometimes the little money that they would give someone to be able to, scrabble all those things in French for them is a challenge, but we tell them that, look, if you do that, it helps you yourself as a business person. And so get those things done and make sure that your packaging is top notch. It's a standard one. So these are some of the things that we do. And so when we are attending fairs and all that, we would call them to submit their products, samples of their products. And then when they submit the product samples, we go through each one of them to ensure that they meet the minimum, qualification, the minimum standard. And because if we are going to represent Ghana, we are not going to represent Ghana Export Promotion Authority. We are representing Ghana, the entire nation. So we must always present our best. So we cannot just pick anything, any product, say we are going to showcase it. And so if your product has not been developed to the point where we believe that it is going to well represent what Ghana stands for, then we will not do it. And that is where the development part comes. So we help you to develop your products. So you can come to us and tell us that you have this product. What can you do for that to make sure that it meets that? And then we will take you through.
You were talking about your location, which hasn't been made very public enough. Could you talk to us about your location? Where are you located in the Upper East region? Specifically, how can people come around you?
So in the Upper East region, we are located within the premise.
Okay.
Once you get out of this place, you tell any driver you are just bring. So we are within the premises. So it's not a place that anybody who wants to speak to us, one-on-one, just come to this and talk to us. Always available. Our offices are always open from 8 to 5 p.m., Mondays to Fridays. And if you also want to reach us via phone, you could also call the 020 69 72 833 020 69 72 833. Yes, and we would be able to attend to you. And that number is also on WhatsApp,
right?
So you can also WhatsApp.
Right. I'm interested. Can groups come together for an export line? Maybe. So we have this basket weavers. It is the major export commodity here. Yeah, that is why I consistently use it for exampling. And a group of basket weavers who have formed an association come together and agreeing to have an export license so that you help them do their business, or you deal with just individual persons?
No, we do not deal with only individuals. There are some requirements that they need to meet before they can get that name registered. Okay, so once you have been able to meet all those things at the office of the Registrar of Business, and you have gotten that name registered, whether as a cooperative or whatever, once you bring that document to us, for us, from that point onwards, we can just register you so that you would have a certificate that will cover, what the cooperative does and all. And then you can start your export business. So we do not put any impediments in the way of people who want to come together. Right. The only requirement is just get your cooperative business registered. And once it is registered and it comes, we don't have any issue.
Somewhere next week, towards the end of the month, in the region is going to be a very big event. That's a PEARL framework. That is a 10-year development framework. It's going to be targeting industry players, export, import. It's going to be targeting the agri and value addition sector. As an entity that is interested in export interest, do you take an interest in this particular program? And are we going to see you with your stand there?
So thank you very much. I believe it's the same program which is being organized under the auspices of the regional coordinator.
Yes.
Okay. So
yes, it's with Importers and Exporters Association.
Yes.
Right.
So we have had the opportunity to meet with the Honorable Regional Minister.
Great.
And he has duly briefed us about this program. And so we are playing a very active role. That we are making even input for us, the organization of the program is concerned. And so yes, we're going to be very active. Our presence is going to be.
Right. Final words to the Upper East people listening.
Yeah, so I want to first of all thank the people of Upper East. They have been very welcoming. I have been here barely 3 months. So far, so very good. I've really been enjoying my stay over here. But when I was moving from Accra to this, I've never moved beyond the Ashanti region. Now I'm coming all the way to Upper East. How is it going to be like? But already I'm loving this place. And I've been telling a couple of people that, look, it's a beautiful place that they need to come and see for themselves, and then experience it as well. So I want to thank them. I also want to let them know that I'm here to support their businesses. And so they should walk into offices, they should come and engage us. Then we'll work together to ensure that wherever they want their business to get to, help them to get their business. And we'll help to develop and build the regional economy, the Upper East.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chris Amponsa Saki. You are the Regional Director, Ghana Export Promotion Authority, and we appreciate the time you've spent with us this morning, giving enlightenment on what your operational mandate is in the Upper East region. And as you heard, the office is located in the same premises with the Upper East Regional Health Directorate. So just go into the premises, ask for the Ghana Export Promotion Authority. You'll be directed to their office, or alternatively, you can call 020-6972-833, 020-6972-833, or you send them a WhatsApp message. Send them a WhatsApp message. They will give you that direction to their location. If you're a growing business, you have an interest in exporting, you've received an order to export some product, and you don't understand how to go about the nuances, just walk into their office, and Mr. Chris will be available to give you all the support. Mr. Chris and his team will be available to give you all the support that you need, so that you don't run into a ditch. Charlie, make you no triumph, because we are stopping the fraud. Well, so this is A1 Radio 101.1. This is the Friday edition. Before we leave, if you are a car owner, your loyalty to Petrosol is now rewarding you in a big way. Simply buy fuel and accumulate purchases up to 2,000 Ghana cedis and either enjoy free fuel worth 50 Ghana cedis or you grab exciting Petrosol branded souvenirs, including tissue boxes, car dusters, and other amazing prizes. And for riders, once you accumulate fuel purchases up to 500 Ghana cedis, you also get either free fuel or you get fuel worth 30 Ghana cedis or you get a branded souvenir and other fantastic rewards. Remember, every purchase is tracked in the Petrosol customer database. So the more you fuel, the more chances you have to win. This exciting promotion runs from now to 31st August 2026. Petrosol, energizing dreams. Remember, terms and conditions apply. And also don't forget that in this football season, you don't reach you don't get to the World Cup without discipline. And when it comes to your smile, the rules are the same. World-class defenses isn't built in a day. It's built by brushing morning and night, because every meal is a snack attack, especially with World Cup games at dawn and midnight. And without the right defense, germs will score. That's why Pepsodent brings you the limited edition World Cup toothpaste. Choose your defense variant. Fresh breath for all-day confidence, antibacterial to fight germs, or plaque removal for a cleaner, stronger smile. Get the Pepsodent World Cup limited edition today. It's available at all supermarkets and shops nationwide. This World Cup season, so Pepsodent say, if it comes to your oral health, Panose World Cup. And finally, Nara Bank Rural Bank PLC has changed its name to Nara Community Bank. This took effective from 1st April 2026. And so this is in line with the ongoing microfinance sector reforms by the Bank of Ghana aimed at enhancing operational efficiency, strengthening governance structure, and improving financial service delivery across the industry. Therefore, if you want to operate with them, remember that the name has changed, so please use the new name, that is Nara Community Bank PLC. They remain committed to supporting your financial growth and delivering improved services tailored to your needs. This is how we end Daybreak Upper East this week here on A1 Radio 101.1 megahertz. I'm Gerard Asagi. Thank you so much for always being around. Content was put together by Humukusun Tairu and Moses Abapia with visual support from Joseph Yaro. Technical support from Kofi Ametepe and Emmanuel Apwaje. Enjoy the rest of the day. Enjoy the weekend. Remember to be safe. Remember that we need you alive. Charlie, next week, we still have to continue watching the World Cup together. Enjoy the rest of the day.